Hi everyone, and it's time for a vinyl update, where I talk about records that have recently made their way into my vinyl collection over here. I had been, up until recently, doing a lot of videos about the 7 inches in my collection, the singles in my collection, and now that that's all over and done with, we are going to get back to LPs, full lengths, big boy records for the big boys. Before I get too deep into this, I do want to give two shout-outs over here. I want to give a shout-out to Vinyl Me Please, because they hooked me up with a very nice vinyl copy of Four Tet's, one of Four Tet's latest releases, Pink, which I gave this a review on the channel. I believe this went in a bit of a colder, more hard-nosed, and just a more robotic, just more frigid techno direction than a lot of his other solo material. And wasn't bad, and it's very heavy, thick, nice double LP. Just sort of a black pressing. Vinyl Me Please, if you didn't know, they're a pretty cool Vinyl of the Month club, which hook you up with exclusive pressings of various records in different genres and styles. There is a link to their service down in the description box. They support the show. They're nice people. So, yeah, they hooked me up with this double LP of Four Tet's Pink. That's very nice. And also another record I got hooked up with, fan of the show Kyle sent me a vinyl copy of a record that I reviewed positively on the channel a while ago on Exploding Sound Records. This is Piles Dripping. If you're looking for some shouty and very eclectic indie rock with some good guitar work, because there's some good guitar work on this thing, look up Piles Dripping. Got a review for it on the channel, and it's a cool little record. And nothing too extravagant about the the packaging over here. Just simple black vinyl in a cardboard sleeve. But I actually I'm very familiar with the album itself, but I have not put this onto the turntable yet. So I will be looking forward to laying this on the turntable. All right, moving on. We have a bit of an exclusive pressing over here of one of my favorites, one of my modern favorites. We have a copy of Andrew Jackson Jihad's People Who Can Eat People Are the Luckiest People in the World. There's a bit of folk punk over here, very snarky, very smart, very... it's funny, the lyrics. The lyrics are funny, but it's dark humor. It's black humor in the lyrics a lot of the time, occasionally self-deprecating as well. And this is one of the records in their discography that had a very strong folky vibe to it, whereas their following records were much more electric. And we have tracks on here such as Rejoice, Brave as a Noun, Survival Song, Bad Bad Things, No More Tears, Bells and Whistles, Randy's House, and so on and so forth. And I guess what kind of makes this record special, according to the label here, which was written out, is that this is a brown album. It's brown, which apparently there's only several hundreds of these brown copies of this record, which is pretty crazy. So I got me a brown copy of this record, and it's brown. So there you go. See, it's brownish. It's kind of a weird purpley vibe to it too, to the color. But yeah, I guess it's brown enough to kind of get that brown label on the front, written brown, 400. There you go. All right, moving on. Moving on up. Okay, man. Oh, thank you. I want to give a shout out to the people at Italians Do It Better Records. They sent me a few of their new releases, and I'm going to check them out. But I just wanted to put this in here because I'm very familiar with this song. This is probably one of the first records I had heard on Italians Do It Better. It is a 12-inch single of one of my favorite albums, or one of my favorite songs on the label. It's from an artist by the name of Farah. The song is called Gay Boy. Gay boy, make you change your mind, change your mind. It's kind of about one weird white girl's attempt at sexually seducing a gay boy, what she describes as a gay boy. It's odd. It's odd. We have the Chocolate Martinis instrumental and her and the drums on one side, and then we just have Gay Boy Lullaby and radio version on this side of the record. It's an odd song. Look up Farah, Farah, Gay Boy, if you want to hear an odd little tune. And it's a strange little novelty track that has a special place in my heart because I think it's hilarious. I think it's strange, and it needs to be on vinyl and forever just living in my collection. So that's all there is to say about that. I picked up a copy because I'm just such a big fan of the album. I just had to get another single from it. Liar's last record, Mess. They came out with a 12-inch single for one of my favorite tracks off of the record, Pro Anti Anti. And not only is this some bitchin' cover art, but we also have a bit of a B-side on here with the song Waste Fraud. And we have a bunch of remixes. We have the Daniel Miller radio mix of this song, the Factory Floor remix. I'm excited to actually hear that remix. The Trust remix and the Nest of Teens remix. So we actually have several remixes of this single on this 12-inch. And also it's kind of this nice little orangey, pinkish color. It's a bit of a peach, bit of a coral color to it. Pretty nice. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Really happy about finding this, picking this up, since I do like that Liars record, that Mess record so much. As some of y'all might know, sitting in here somewhere, I have that Liars 12-inch where it's like the yarn is in the record. It's in the record, man. It's in the record itself, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I haven't even... That's still cool. That's still so freaking cool. Mess on a mission, man. Mess on a mission. All right, man. We're getting deeper into this vinyl update. Got to give a shout out to my friend Derek, my good buddy Derek. He just got married. Congratulations to Derek. You guys have seen him in a video. Was over his house the other day. Essentially made a trade with him. You know, I had an extra copy of a record over here in the collection that I knew he liked, and I gave him a cassette tape as well of a Vaporwave tape. He loves Vaporwave, so I made a bit of a trade. He hooked me up with this record, this freaking Cure record, Pornography. He hooked me up with this, and then he gave me this singles collection from The Cure, and then he gave me this EP from The Cure. Freaking the Quadpus EP. A Night Like This, New Day, Close to Me, A Man Inside My Mouth, all in this one nice little EP. He hooked me up with these 3 records, man. Good friend. Good buddies. When you got buddies who hook you up like this, you got to keep those buddies around. So we got some Cure over here. And I was thinking just the other day, you know, I got Kiss Me, and I love that Cure record, but I needed more Cure in my collection. And I've just taken a few steps toward remedying that. So we've got some Cure, some more Cure in the record collection over here. All right, keeping it post-punky for this next record, I bought a copy of the new Ought album because, I mean, I've just been spinning it, man. I've just been spinning it. I've been enjoying it. Also, it's out on Constellation Records, and they usually put together a good package. And it's a nice, thick, heavy pressing. Also came with a poster. That's really cool. Yeah. And a bit of a print over here. I like this. I like this. It's like a thought bubble. Huh? There you go. Bit of a screenshot for you. Also, got a bit of a paned window over here, seems like, looking out into the city. And as I said, it's a nice thick pressing. Constellation kicking ass with this thick ass record. And so yeah, you know, if you're into some art rock, some post-punk, and all that stuff, little Talking Heads, little Wire, little television inspired, but just, you know, very oddball. Definitely give this thing a listen. It's got some great tunes on it. And I'm very excited to get this on the turntable soon. Although, as I said, I'm intimately familiar with the record, gave it a review. Definitely one of my favorite rock albums of this year. Again, the band is Ought. The title is Sun Coming Down. There's the back end of it. It's a good package. It's a nice package for a single sleeve. You know, it's not quite the gatefold, but it's nice. All right. Moving on, I picked up a copy of this EP that I got familiar with after the release of their debut album, Black Up, on Sub Pop Records. This is a Shabazz Palaces EP that I got over here. One of the couple EPs that they released before the release of that album, Shabazz Palaces of Light. It was on the Templar label group is where it dropped. And I did not know this going into buying this EP, but it's actually a nice, bright, crisp, clear, green vinyl. Bam. Very nice. Very nice. It looks a little bluish in the camera, though, but it looks green to me in person. Whatever. This next one is a soundtrack of sorts. Seems to be the soundtrack to what is the Reatard documentary, Better Than Something. I think this record was sent to me by the people who put together this record, who are releasing this record, not directly by the people who did the documentary, I don't think. And it's actually a really huge package. I mean, this thing is huge. It's let's see. It's yeah, it's about the size of a record, although it feels like a little bit longer than a record because this thing is actually a book. Sure, you do get a record at the very end of it. And on this record, they do have listed Such a Shame, Summer Bitch, No One Stands Me, I Get Nervous, Tyrant's Head, You Call It Love, Let It All Go. That's just the first half right there. And Better Than Something's Fading All Away, Death is Forming, Not a Substitute, Waiting for Something, Nightmares, Let It All Go. So you do get a record on this thing, which seems like it comes in a black sleeve. I haven't, there we go. I haven't listened to see if the pressing is great yet, but it feels nice, and it looks like to be in a great condition. There we go. But I was perusing through the book and looking at what exactly is going on book-wise in this package. Oh, it's a little cumbersome, but we're getting through it. It's kind of involved. It's elaborate. But book-wise, we're just getting a lot of images of Jay. It's pretty crazy. Whoa. Whoa, that is not PG. That is whoa. You can't. Okay, we just got a little X-rated over here. That's a dick. All right. There's a foreword. If I wouldn't have found music, I'm sure I would have been a petty criminal. Wow. And okay, so there's like people talking about him in here, and yeah, I mean it's pretty extensive, pretty awesome. I mean, it's an amazing tribute to one of the best garage punk musicians of the 2000s. You know, I mean, that's really all you can say about Jay. You know, if you were going to sum it up in any kind of way, you know, great producer, great songwriter, tons of energy, known for his electrifying live performances as well. Definitely look into this thing if you're a Jay Reatard fan, because this looks, you know, this is going to go great with the vinyl that I have of his so far. And again, Reatard, Better Than Something, which, also do look into the documentary that I'm assuming that this is the soundtrack of course. 50-page color book with exclusive photographs, interviews, and Reatard personal stories. DVD with the film and 25 minutes of additional interviews with Reatard and friends. Live Reatard album. There we go. That's the package, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Wow. All right. Moving on, because this is heavy. This is some heavy shit. However, this thing over here is like the heaviest shit. I've saved the best for last over here. I've truly saved the best for last on here. This is a vinyl copy, triple LP copy of Kamasi Washington's The Epic. One of my favorite records of this year. Y'all have seen me review this thing. It is a 3-hour jazz album of different styles, sounds, everything. And as you can see, it is thick like a mother, because this thing, as I said, it's 3 LPs. It's 3 hours long. They managed to fit this entire record on the 3 LPs. Now, I guess the downside to that is that they had to change up the track listing a little bit in order to get all the songs on the records. However, knowing what I know of the songs, I actually don't mind this rearrangement, especially on track 1, where Change of the Guard is not backed up by Ask Him. It's backed up by Isabel, and Ask Him is on the back end of the LP. Whereas Ask Him, to me, was a track, or Ask Him, was a track that felt too close to the intro track with the strings. It was so heavy, it was so intense. And I was hoping, or I was thinking that track would be so much better if there was a bit more space, or, if we were given some just easier tracks, to kind of separate those two moments. And that's kind of what we're getting here. And we get a bulk of the songs onto Volume 2, a lot of the shorter tracks, pretty much all the tracks that are under 10 minutes in length. And, we're getting more sort of long cuts on Volume 3, including The Magnificent Seven, Rerun Home, Malcolm's Theme, Claire de Lune, The Message. So, yeah, there is a bit of a track listing rearrangement on this thing in order to get it to all kind of fit. However, we do get these 3 beautifully packaged records: gold, black, red. And, very, very, nice, simple, kind of minimal faces on the fronts of the sleeves, but on the back we have extensive credits. We have, personnel listed. We have all the tracks listed, along with some sort of wonderful pictures. Kamasi Washington looking like the moon is coming out of his saxophone. The whole band here, the core of the band pictured there. And also Kamasi standing very stoically with his sax. And we also have like a few inserts kicking around in here. Change of the Guard, really epic, looking like a samurai of some sort, or just, like a warrior. And we also have like an extensive story that comes along with this over here. It's actually pretty awesome. Very intricate design over here on another piece of art that comes with The Epic. And on the back side, I guess we have more sort of credits and personnel listed. It's actually a really fantastic, extensive package. However, I have not sort of dug my teeth into it fully, because it is a 3-hour album, and I sort of really cherish what few times I have had since the release of this album to sit down and listen to the whole thing, or at least sit down and listen to a vast majority of it. And, it's kind of rare that occasion comes around, but, my birthday is coming up at the end of the month, and I will probably do my best to make some time to, have this album in my life, vinyl-wise, I guess is what I'm saying. So yes, I will stop freaking you out by handling the record like this, by sliding them into the very thick, very sturdy. I mean, this thing is like a rock, a very thick cardboard casing. I will stop freaking you out, and I will just kind of put it simply that this package is amazing. This is definitely one of the most impressive vinyl sets of any one album or project that I think I own. This is incredibly impressive. I mean, if this, is one of your favorite albums of the year, as it is mine, this vinyl package does this album so much justice. This is fucking wonderful. I really can't say enough nice things about what they did with this vinyl package. It looks fantastic. It feels great. It just kind of adds to the aura of this record. It's definitely one of the most fantastic and I want to say beautifully recorded and written and amazingly performed jazz records in a long time. And this is just really the way to complement it. This is really the package that this album deserved. So all the power to the people over at Brainfeeder Records for for what seems like really investing in Kamasi and this album, because again, this is an amazing package. And we are going to leave it there in this vinyl review. Vinyl update, rather. Thank you for watching. You're the best. Anthony Fantano, Kamasi Washington. Vinyl records, blah, forever.